Welcome back to health class. We're teaching health by all means and by any means necessary. I'm your virtual health specialist, Sherry Griffith. They call me the health teacher.
And I'm Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, former health professional, educator, now turned technology coordinator.
Well, we're here to help you be the best health teacher you can be. Health class teaches everything a person needs to know to survive in life successfully. For me, health class is important because we begin by focusing on self concept and self awareness. And there's not very many classes that give you the opportunity to do that. I love making sure my students know and understand that their self concept or the way that they see themselves is so important. It's so important. And I love to tell this story where one day I gave a child a Snicker bar, and the students around him was like, "Oh my gosh, she gave him a Snicker bar." And they got mad and said, "You know what? That's why you're going to have nuts in your mouth." And the child was so stressed out, he did not want the candy bar anymore. And I use that as an example of why your self concept and how aware you are really matters. Because no matter what's going on in life gets stressful. Sometimes people will stress you out, and you have to protect your self concept the same way we're wearing masks now to protect yourself from germs. You really have to guard the way you feel about yourself and your self esteem in life. And so it's really important to me to give students the tools they need for what's important to them, to protect them, and to make lifelong decision making skills as their best friend. Regardless of what's going on around them in the world, they have these tools for the rest of their life. Why is health class important to you?
Well, health class is important to me because I'll start from the beginning. Me as a student in health class, I'll start with sixth grade, middle school. It was always my safety net. It was always a place where I can go and ask whatever question I wanted without judgment. I had a great teacher. I was fortunate enough to have a teacher that really encouraged us to ask questions, to not feel guilt, to not feel shame. That teacher kind of gave us a great perspective of how important our self concept was, our self awareness was, and to kind of build our self esteem at the same time, making sure and reassuring that no question was a stupid question, right? We have all this information in textbooks. We have all this information. Well, back then it wasn't online, but I could go read a magazine about health. I can read a newspaper about health, but you can never ask questions to that magazine. You can never ask a question directly to that newspaper. So I always felt like I could come in health class and kind of project all of those questions and feelings that I had on my health teacher. So I really feel like I got a strong base and a great start kind of for the rest of my life because as we're all health teachers, right? That's what we're all
Yeah.
trying to build. We're all trying to build that health teacher or pull out that health teacher inside of you to guide you through the rest of your life because, we're going to all eventually become adults. We're going to all possibly have a family or have loved ones around us that we actually take a stake in their health because I think it's everybody's responsibility, right? We all have to take on a responsibility to make the right healthy choices for ourselves, but at the same time, become a health teacher that can help someone else make great decisions. Health class is that important to me. And I decided to become a health teacher myself, right? So I am able to be that teacher that can raise that self-esteem for that student. Just help them understand self-concept and how important it is, and to be self-aware of who they are and where they want to go in life. And it all starts with what health and wellness, right? And maintaining that high level of expectations that we start out in sixth grade health, and we want to continue that for the rest of our lives. And we're doing that now.
Well, we have 8 health standards. The last six have students demonstrating how to make healthy choices, how to enhance their health, how to avoid and reduce health risks, and being an advocate of good personal health, family health, and community health. One of the first things that I teach in health class is that making healthy choices is primarily the difference between knowing true from false and choosing right instead of wrong. And that I have confidence in my students that this can be mastered because we're all easily judging other people and talking about what other people are doing wrong. So we know what the healthy choice or the right choice is when we take our time to think about it. Therefore, we know what's right.
We do know what's right. We also know what's wrong, right? So even when we're making that bad decision, at the same time, in the back of our mind, we hear that little voice that says what we should be doing and what we know is a healthy choice or healthy decision. When I was a health teacher, one of the first things that I taught was literally goal setting. We want to set a goal, right? Even the first day, we want to set a goal of what we want to learn or what we want to accomplish by the end of the term, by the end of the health class, whether it be sixth, seventh, eighth grade, whatever health class I was teaching at the time, first 9 weeks through fourth 9 weeks. I like to kind of present that health class as something that's ongoing and never ends. If you have my class the first 9 weeks, I may not get to see you again for the rest of the year. So I want to instill all those values in you that kind of go through second, third, and fourth term as well, and extend into the summer and into the next year, because I can't be there as a health teacher sitting at your table at home helping you make the right decision. So we go back at the end of the term of the 9 weeks, and we always revisit those goals. And we like to end the class the same way we start. So I see your first lesson is about making healthy choices. So I always like to go back, and no one ever puts they want to make healthy choices, right? So I like to come back and say, hey, did we make all of the healthy choices that we needed to make to accomplish the goal that you set the first day? What did you do? So then we start a conversation of writing. So I make them write in paragraph style everything that led up to the goal, if they met it or if they did not meet it. And it always comes back to kind of making those healthy choices.
You said so many things that resonate with me. I was thinking about something I tell my students, which is if you have to sneak, if you have to creep, then you know that you're doing something that's probably not a healthy choice or something you might feel guilty about later. If you're experiencing any negative consequences or feelings from your actions, you know this is not a healthy choice. And I love the fact that these are tools that you could use for your whole entire life. Thanks for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Just thank you for being there. Thank you for listening today. And remember to continue to educate and to be that health teacher for yourself, your family, your friends, and for everyone around you. And we appreciate you.
Health classes for everybody. Thanks for joining us. Y'all remember out there, if you don't have your health, you don't have your life. Thank you.